Hello, good afternoon from Nigeria. This is Vanessa Kelechi, and I'll be the moderator for this section. But beforehand, I'll have to fulfill some formalities. Permit me to introduce 7,000 of you all teenagers, young persons, adults within the age range of 16 to 35 to the Skills Acquisition Bootcamp. You should congratulate yourself for this opportunity and platform to be here, where you have over 50 seasoned trainers and seasoned moderators to take you through the next best 7 days of your life. So I would advise you to give this all the commitment, the same way you were committed to the registration process. It would be a great deal if you follow through and come prepared to learn and relearn and unlearn. Yes, very important. You need to unlearn because you need to remove some of these debris that have been clouding your mindsets, and there has been stumbling your growth process. So of course you need to unlearn. So without further ado, welcome to the Skills Acquisition Bootcamp. It's brought to you by Skills Factory Africa, pioneered by the phenomenal Victoria Wana. Please, wherever you are, give her an online ovation. She has done a great job. She has put in too much great effort in order to make this fly, this whole 7 powerful days. And in case you're just joining in late, once again, my name is Vanessa Kilechi, and I'll be the moderator for the first section. It's such a huge privilege to be the first face you're seeing in the process of this 7 days training. So, the Skills Acquisition Bootcamp is brought to you proudly by Total Nigeria. Of course, we all know Total, the phenomenal oil company. We know Go a bit further Africa. We know You Lead, and we know Junior Chamber International. These are the major sponsors of the Skills Acquisition Bootcamp. So to 7,000 of you who are streaming live, we appreciate you. Your presence is so cherished, and I hope that you're able to gather all the knowledge that you're sourcing for, because it's in your quest for knowledge and skills development and improvement and trying to grow in life that we are here doing this. And I hope this will be worth every inch of your time. Of course, it will be. There's no point exaggerating. It will be worth every single inch of your time. So to bring to you our first section, we have no other person than Chioma Ogbudimkpa. I'm going to take a brief run through of her bio. Of course, just a brief run through, just like a tip on the iceberg. It's when she comes on live, you will see how much substance she's made of. So open your eyes, broaden your imaginations to all the possibilities that we're going to experience today. So today, Chioma Ogbudimkpa will be taking us through building your social capital. This is the first topic of this bootcamp, and she'll be the facilitator of this section. So permit me to do a brief run through. Thank you. Yeah, good afternoon. Olufemi Yetunde. Yeah, praise car Caminos. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the shout out. So let me do a brief run through of the bio of Chioma. So Chioma is the founder and creative director of Red Button, a sustainable women's fashions brand. She's also a pitch trainer and founder of the Pitch Center, a full pitch consultancy servicing startup founders and professionals with pitch coaching, enabling their great ideas with a voice that attracts growth opportunities. Chioma has won several awards and entrepreneurship opportunities in the last 2 years. She is currently the first African prize winner, Global Creative Business Pro Cup, Copenhagen. Wow. Wow, Chioma, is that you?
Yep, that's me,
Okay,
baby.
Chioma and her work has been featured on several international platforms. Impressive. We should connect more after this. Okay, so Chioma and her work has been featured on several international platforms such as CNN Africa, BBC, United Nations Environment Assembly, Spice TV Africa, etc. Prior to starting her entrepreneurship journey in 2017, Chioma, who is also a project management professional, served in different capacities and projects across 5 countries and diverse industries. She has over a decade experience in project management, strategy, planning, real estate development, and management consulting. So, ladies and gentlemen, all 7,000 participants of the Skill
Wow.
Acquisition Bootcamp, I would like to introduce
Woohoo.
you to the phenomenal, mind-blowing, powerful, glamorous, intelligent, groundbreaking. What will I call you? What else can I? How else can I
Thank
describe
you,
all these
Vanessa.
accolades? Okay, somebody said fantabulous profile. The
Ah, ah.
fantabulous Chioma
Thank
Ogbudimkpa. So
you.
Chioma, you have the floor. So wherever you are, please give her our normal practice, our online innovation. Thank you for joining us. So, in case you're just joining us, I'm tuning live from Abuja, Nigeria. And Chioma, where are you joining us from?
Lagos. I'm in Lagos.
Okay, Lagos. Wonderful. So, over to you. Thank
Okay,
you.
let me be sure that everyone can hear me. Okay, great. Let me be sure that everyone can hear me. Good afternoon, and I am so honored. I didn't know I was the first speaker, to be honest. And as I am talking to you from my hospital bed, I'm actually a bit under the weather. But you see how special you are. I thought that there is no way I'm not doing this. You know, I had to I have to come through for this. So yeah, I'm getting a lot better, and I can manage to pull 1 hour dishing value to you guys. So thank you for being on here, and thank you to Skills Factory Africa for letting me in on this. So let me know if you can hear me. If everything is okay, I can go ahead immediately. All right. So first thing is, thank you very much, everyone. So first thing is, why are we even talking about building your social capital? Why? And this is not the very regular topics I talk about. I'm not sure if Victoria is a prophet, because I actually did an online course on this topic, right? Oh, this is the third session today. Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know. Okay, that's great. So this subject or this topic, I did an online course on it, but it's streaming for my international clients because they requested for it. I did it actually. I've never talked about it in the whole term, in the whole concept of it in Nigeria. So I was really surprised when Victoria asked me to speak on this topic. I was wondering, you must have heard me talk about it somewhere or across the course. But yes, I'm happy to talk about it because it's really critical. You know, given that right now we have too many obstacles as African entrepreneurs, we have too many obstacles hindering our growth, and social capital shouldn't be one of them because it's something that we shouldn't even buy, right? We don't need money to buy social capital, so it shouldn't be one of our obstacles. All right. So I'll talk about three types of social capital or three types of capital that we know, and why we should focus on building our social capital. So first, I'm going to be taking. I jotted out some points to help me remember my the conversation, so I don't go up. I'm a storyteller. I can tell stories for Africa, so I don't go off offline. So three types will be capital. It will be financial capital, the one that everyone knows. You know how everyone says, oh, I need capital for my business. I need capital to start my business, or I don't have capital. And the capital they mean is money, funding, right? Whereas you have capital, you have other kinds of capital that you can use to fund your business, or you can use to start your business rather, right? Okay, so great. So we have financial capital, we have human capital. Human capital involves just human beings that work in the organization, the employees, the mind skill, the mindsets, the mind inputs, right, that work in the organization. So that's human capital. You realize that some organizations actually don't call it human resources, they call it human capital, right? So that's another type of capital. Then the last one will be social capital. And this is the least talked about. This is probably, I don't know, I'm not sure why, but even though it's the most important, to be honest, because you don't need to buy social capital, you don't need to pay for social capital. You need sometimes you need to buy financial capital. Yes, if you're taking a loan, you're buying money. Sometimes you need to buy, actually, not even sometimes, a lot of times you need to buy human capital because, of course, you're going to pay salaries, except they're volunteers, right? But social capital, you don't need to buy social capital. So I don't know why some people are not using or leveraging that aspect of their capacity to build their business. And that's what we're talking about here. Great, let's get right into it. Are we here? Are we together? Are you following? Am I too fast? Should I go ahead? Should I calm down? Should I be slower? Sorry about my voice. I'm very strong, so I'm trying to let it all in. Building your social capital now. Yes, okay. Yeah, so great. So you don't buy social capital, you actually build it with different things around you. with people, actually. You build your social capital with people. So social capital generally is about people, the way you network with people, the way you help people, the kind of people you have, and the resources that are available to you at your disposal. All right. So building your social capital can be likened to having an arsenal of people and resources. That's how I have coined my definition. Right. It's likened to building an arsenal of people and resources that are at your disposal. Right. So you have people, you have, resources, places that you can, call on, and they get things done for you. That's social capital. I don't have to buy it because I already have this person on my phone. I know the governor of Lagos State, right? And this is an example. I don't know him, right? So I just call him if I have, a problem, or I need to use, some town hall at Alausa. That's my social capital, because I don't have to pay for knowing him. I don't have to pay for using the hall, of course, except he asked me to pay. But social capital allows you to leverage on the resources and the human beings you have around you to achieve your goals, right? Great. So if you don't have, this is actually even funny. If you don't take anything away from this session, please take away that if you don't have anything to offer, you don't have social capital. If you have nothing to offer, you have no social capital. Social capital is about being the person that wants to be that other people want to connect with, right? Exactly. So being the person that other people want to connect with, why would Lagos State government want to connect with me, or governor wants to connect with me? I have to be a resourceful person, right? I cannot have all this, people around me if I'm not a resourceful person. So first thing, we're going to be talking about how, okay, I'm going to do this in three broad topics. How to improve your social capital, how to build your social capital. The first thing is your core values, right? What are your values? First is your values. Second is your social structures, right? What can we find? What is the makeup of your social structure? Then the last thing is your social attitudes. What are the things that you do that people can connect with? That, when I talk about you, people already know that I'm talking about you. All right. So those are your social attitudes. What are the things that you display? What are the posts that you make? What's the language you speak? Right? If I see you talk in a certain way, will I say, I've not seen you talk like this before. Why are you talking like this? Do I know you for being very careless, or do I know you for being really serious? What are your social attitudes? I mean, whether you whether on Instagram or social media, or at events, wherever it is, right? It has to be something that people know you for, or people know you with, right? It could be the way you talk, it could be the way you stand, or the way you walk, your social attitude in general. All right. So those things make up who you are socially: your attitude, your core values, and your social structures. So your social structures will be the places people see you go to, right? These are the things that make up your social capital. Number one, your values. Number two, your social structure. Number three, your social attitudes. Let me talk about your values. So your values is what you believe in. What are the core things that make you who you are, right? People can connect with you based on your values. If your values align with their values, they connect with you easily. So what that means is, I cannot be rolling with, one example, I cannot be rolling with people that do drugs or that do fraud, right? And expect the Pope to be rolling with me. Do you get what I mean? So you have to, the values you have will allow you to attract the kind of people that have the same values as you, right? The people that want to work with you are looking for something. So maybe they don't even know you do, all of that, vice, right? But they're interested in something that you have that's also aligned with their own values, right? So whatever the case, it doesn't mean is right or wrong. I'm not here to say what is right or wrong. I'm talking about the connection and how people connect with you socially, right? If I'm the kind of person that if I go to the gym all the time, a lot of people know me, know you as you're a fitness, enthusiast, right? What that means is other fitness enthusiasts will want to work with you or want to come to you or want to be in your network because you guys can work out together, you guys can encourage each other and stuff like that, right? So that's about values. The places and association, your social structures, the places and association you keep. What kind of places do I see you? Do I see you everywhere and anywhere? What kind of places do I go to and I'll be looking for someone like, Chioma should be in this event, or Victoria should be in this event. This is kind of event Victoria should be in, right? Or there's some places I'm going to and I don't expect to see you there, and I see you there. I'll be totally shocked that, okay, there's something. So it means there's a mix up with your social structure. I'm not quite sure where you are. Are you the very conservative person? Are you the very outgoing person? Are you the club type? Are you the library type? Yeah, it doesn't mean that all those things are not okay. It just adds to your social structure and how people perceive you. That's all I'm saying. All right. And then your social attitudes. I already talked about that. Now, let's go to building your social capital. How can you actually build a good social capital? Two things. I put it in two broad categories, right? First of all is building your personal brand. There is no social capital if you are nothing. If you have nothing to give, if you have nothing to offer, you have no social capital. I'm sorry. All right? You have to build your personal brand. And I don't mean you have to be an influencer, an Instagram influencer. I don't mean you have to be the president or someone with some title. No, that's different from what I'm talking about. You have to build a personal brand. I'm not a social media influencer. I'm not a minister. I'm not anything, out there, right? But I have social capital, right? Because I have built my personal brand, right? I mean, I won't even be here talking to you about social capital if I haven't built a personal brand and if I don't have social capital in the first place, right? So you have to build a personal brand. Now, what am I talking about in this whole personal brand? What are the things that make up your personal brand? Again, your values make up your personal brand. What are the values you want to exhibit that you want people to recognize you with, right? So if you want to be recognized with, the high and mighty or the people in the creative industry, say artists, what are the kind of things you have to know how to rap? Maybe don't know how to rap, but you have to be in that association. You have to have all those skills. You have to be more outgoing. You can't tell me you like entertainment, you want to mingle with Davido and Wizkid and the rest of them, and you don't like going out at night. For what? Kele work, I be kele work, right? So you have to building all of this into your into your personal brand. You are someone that is met, in the club at night, dining with entertainers. That's what you want us to see. That you are very active. You are in the entertainment industry. You are the next big Davido. You have to actively show us with the things that you exhibit, right? I'm not going to see you wearing glasses in the library and automatically think that you want to be a Davido, right? No, I should see you somewhere partying or in the studio. Anyway, you get my point. So your values, what are the things that also matter to you, right? How do you express yourself on social media? I'm talking about social media a lot because it's the digital era and everyone is on social media, right? Everyone is on social media, and social media it's a critical tool now to move your business forward, right? So I'm going to be talking a lot about social media. So we're talking about how to build your personal brand. Now, the next thing is your courses. What are the things that you are passionate about? What are your interests? Right? Before I move to your courses, your values, you have to be someone of integrity, to be honest. right? I cannot say in this one, I cannot say you can build social capital, is not good or is not bad. Just be no. If you want to build good social capital, you have to have integrity. Are you someone that's, I can call on and you are there and you do what you say you will do, right? Do you have integrity? Are you honest, right? You have to have all those values. If I don't see those values, if I haven't come in contact with anybody testifying that, oh, she's such a G, right? Or oh no, she's great. Oh no, she doesn't disappoint. Oh no, is it Chioma you may forget it. The job's done. If you don't have that kind of aura, then you have a long way to go. Right? But the good thing is you can continue to build. You can continue to build and it piles up. So now let me give you an example, right? When people come to me in the DM and say, Choma, I'm sorry, I really need help with this question. Can you help me? Understand this concept? I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. I've been really thinking of how to send you this DM, but thank God I've finally found the courage to send you this DM. And I'm wondering, I get those DMs a lot, and I'm wondering why are people saying that they've been thinking of how to send me a DM. And I understand why, honestly, because I'm projecting, even without me knowing, I'm projecting a brand that is, should I call it a no nonsense brand? So I'm projecting a personality that is very serious. I'm not here for jokes. Don't come to my DM if you're not serious. Don't ask me silly questions you can Google. Don't be lazy. So that's the kind of perception that I have. And that's what I've noticed that people are rolling with. Because when I talk to people, they are saying the same things. Oh, I didn't know you would make it. Oh, I didn't know you'd be here. I didn't know you would respond. Oh, I didn't know you would give this much detailed answer. I was so afraid, I just decided to shoot my shot, you know? And that made me realize it's actually true because I mean I've worked for over 10 years for different organizations, and this is exactly the perception that people have of me while I'm work. I'm very intense, right? When it comes to work, I am very intense, which actually bad, which is what has landed me on this hospital bed. But I'll be okay. So I'm very intense like that, and it rubs off as you can't talk to her just anyhow. I mean, it doesn't mean I'm not approachable. It means you have to think about what you want to ask me. It means you have to think about, approaching me. Is it really time? Is it really necessary? You don't just come and be talking to me. I don't know. So that's what it means. So you have to embody that person, you know, that you want people to connect with. You have to embody it, and sometimes you don't even know. It just piles up as you build. Right? What are your values? I'm about excellence. I don't tolerate mediocrity. I don't. If you come to my DM, I'll send you back to Google because you should have done your research before coming to my DM. So you come to my DM with more difficult questions that you couldn't find on Google, right? And that's why Google is there. So I'm not patient. So I don't have patience nor tolerance for mediocrity. And it shows with the way I carry myself. All right. And that's the same way, and that's how people have perceived me, and that's okay. And it doesn't mean you have to be like that, right? You can be, all jovial, take everyone on. That's okay. That's your makeup, right? And that's okay. The important thing is have it built so that we know that this is who you are. We're not confusing you with, another being, right? So your values there. This part of your building your personal brand. That's what I'm talking about. And the next thing is your courses. What are the courses you're interested in? What are the courses that interest you, that you're passionate about, that you want to drive, right? I say this a lot because it also helps you to build capital to work with other organizations. So you're not just building the social capital for yourself, you're building it to also help people. Remember, this value you are creating as a human being that you are is not just for yourself alone. It's not just for yourself alone. You're creating it to impact lives also. You're creating it to work with other people, to partner with organizations. I'm talking about organizations a lot because you need it to grow your brand if you need to grow really fast. All right, I'll get to how you can do that. Now, what are the courses you're passionate about? You need to start pushing those courses. Are you passionate about women? Is it entrepreneurship? Is it the environment? Are you about sustainability? Are you about child labor? Are you about end rape? Agriculture, whatever it is you're about, hunger, end hunger, whatever, right? You need to continue to push that narrative. You need to continue to talk about it. It doesn't mean you have to talk about every day. It just means people know with kind of things you have around you, the events you have around you, you organize or you attend, or your brand is about. People can easily tie you to one or two courses, and you can have actually one or two courses that you're driving. It doesn't mean you should have 100. I mean, I can't be talking about, and I'm passionate about end rape. I'm passionate about sustainability. I'm also passionate about women empowerment. I'm passionate about entrepreneurship. I'm passionate about only you. We are confused. It doesn't mean you're not knowledgeable on those areas. I'm knowledgeable on those areas, but you notice that I am passionate about sustainability and entrepreneurship. So on my entrepreneurship side, I have the pitch center, which is, on that capacity that I'm here talking to you. So the pitch center is a full pitch consultancy. I'm helping startup founders learn how to articulate the value that they have for growth opportunities. So I'm working with a lot of startup founders all over the world via the pitch center. So what that means is I am driving entrepreneurship and human capital. I'm carving out these new entrepreneurs that can take over the world and pitch at every stage and get funding, investments, and all the opportunities that they deserve, right? And then on the other side, I'm passionate about sustainability. That's what Red Button is about. So I have a fashion brand called Red Button, and with Red Button, I'm driving the sustainable fashion agenda in Africa. So I'm passionate about sustainability because I'm a green champion. I do a lot of green initiatives, going green initiatives, right? And that's how that came about. I used to be a green champion even while I was working in real estate and construction and even FMCG. So I did a lot of sustainability initiative. I drove a lot of sustainability initiatives, and that's how the passion came about. All right. So now that I'm into fashion, it was only natural that I infused it into my fashion business by being sustainable in my processes. Right. So that's about it. I'm driving sustainability and I'm driving entrepreneurship. Now you can see me on women empowerment panels talking about empowering women because of the entrepreneurship angle to it. Right. I am a woman. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm driving that women should take charge, should take their stage, women should be given opportunities. That's because of my capacity as an entrepreneur who is a woman. So it doesn't mean I'm carrying women entrepreneurship, women empowerment on my head every day. No, there are people that are carrying it and they're doing it excellently well. You cannot talk about everything, right? You cannot talk about everything. So pick one or two courses you're interested in and start to build yourself around it so that people know you for that. It will also help organizations who are looking for experts in those topics to come and work with them on certain projects, right? That brings me to the fact that this thing I'm talking about is what I have done. So I'm not talking about something that's from a book. All I'm talking about is what I've done um in my short term of being an entrepreneur. So I started my entrepreneurship journey in 2017. Yes. So in this short time, all I'm telling you is what I have done. Right. And because of this social capital that I've built, a lot of people, I'm not even joking, a lot of people are contacting me from all over the world to work with them on certain projects because of the kind of things that I'm driving and because they know that, oh, she's about this and she's about that. Right. So last year, two organizations contacted me, one from Moscow, one from China, and I went to Moscow to to teach over 200 entrepreneurs how to pitch their businesses, right? Exactly, from Nigeria, as the only African that has ever been on that show. And the hall was packed full. So if they didn't know that I'm driving entrepreneurship, I'm a pitch trainer, I'm teaching entrepreneurs how to pitch, I'm getting them ready for investments, they won't call me. They have to know that this is what you do, this is what you're talking about consistently, right? And then the same company, I went there, it was in Moscow as well, on the same platform to talk about, actually it was on five panels, five different panels on sustainability. So it's sustainability and the environment, sustainable fashion, the sustainability and the creative industry, everything sustainability. I spoke on 5 panels on sustainability, right? That's because they know that that's what I'm talking about. That's the course I'm driving. So you have to narrow it down. Even if you're interested in lots of things, you have to narrow it down so that it's easier for people to connect with you or at that level, right? Than wondering what exactly do you do? How exactly do I, connect with you? You're everywhere, you're doing everything, right? So that's another way to build a social capital. Push the courses that you're interested in. Push those courses. Organize shows about them. Let me give you a testimony. This is a big testimony. um, so recently, I wrote a company, actually not a company. I wrote someone, an influencer actually, to be on his panel, right? Because he was talking about what I do, right? And I felt like, this is interesting. I should actually be on this show. I think I like this show, right? And I wrote him. If you know me, you know that I'm really just very proper. So I wrote a proper proposal to him, attaching my profile, attaching my work, and everything, all nice, well designed, and sent to this influencer. This influencer gave me L. In fact, did you know how someone reads your message and didn't even respond? That's what happened. He read my message and didn't even respond. And that's like, please, you are not rich, right? Guess what that did to me? I just thought to myself, like, Chioma, why are you writing people to be on their shows? Can't you? Okay. And that's exactly what happened. In 1 week, I hosted my show, and guess what? I had people from all over the world on the panel. So I hosted a show on sustainable fashion because it was Fashion Revolution Week, and I had to do something as part of the. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I had to do something as part of the global program, right? Nigeria is not really active with sustainable fashion. Nigeria is not really active, but I'm trying to, make this whole sustainability thing very popular in Nigeria. So I decided I'm going to host a show. I'm going to do something as part of the Global Revolution Week. So you see, the thing that happened is I plugged into a global event. Global Revolution Week, Global Fashion Revolution Week is a global event, which means sustainable fashion champions from all over the world were clicking on the link, and everyone was watching the activities and the programs happening in different countries, right? There was no way I wasn't going to tap into that since I'd become very active in that sector, right? And I hosted my event. I wrote, of course, I have people from different countries that I wrote to. The people I met in Moscow, my people from America. I wrote like 10 different people because it was already late, so I couldn't even find a lot. I didn't have time. So I wrote 10 different people and 4 said yes. And that's how we had it. So we had one from Germany, one from Ghana, one from Nigeria, and then myself. And then we had the show, and it was a total blast, right? Because of that show, I'm working on a project with someone in America on sustainable fashion. To be honest, I went to I went to to New York to speak on a panel on sustainable fashion, right? But it didn't happen because of COVID, of course, and I ran back to Nigeria. And how did that happen? Building social capital. All these things I'm talking about is helping you to build your social capital. So if people didn't know that I had all that capacity or I could do that kind of thing, they will really have trust in me, right? They need to see what you can do. They need to see that you can actually do this, right? We're able to assign you even more projects and want to work with you, right? So that's about, I mean, I'm sure you understand that now. So that's about building your courses, or talking about your courses, right? Then the last thing about building your personal brand is being resourceful. I can't even talk about this. I can take a whole day to talk about being resourceful. But being resourceful is really just being able to help. So offer help when it's needed. When people need help, be able to offer help. And it doesn't mean you have to be an expert in what they're asking you about. You should be able to point them in the right direction, even if you don't have the answers, right? You should be able to point them in the right direction. How I cannot come to you and leave the same way. I'm coming to you for answers. I need answers or I need direction. You should be able to have any of those, right? You have to be a resourceful person. People are easily aligned, or people are easily attracted to people who can help them and people who are resourceful. You have to be able to show that you are empathetic. You have to be able to show that you can help people, and not because you want something back from them, right? You're not just helping me because I know that, oh, next week I'm going to ask you to come on my show, or oh, next week I'm going to ask you to for me to use your venue, right? Just be someone that cares about people. The more you care about people, the more people gravitate towards you, and the more influence you build. So guess what? This is actually even tied to building influence for yourself. This is actually building, you're building your social capital, is you're building your influencing skills and building your influence, to be honest, right? Because the more people you help, the more influence you have over them. Do you know why that is? Because they are subconsciously indebted to you. They are subconsciously indebted to you. They are thinking, this girl is just a superwoman. See how she just helped me. You know, when I post something and people are like, wow, thank you so much for helping me. I've been thinking about this. You think that they're just going to sleep and forget about you? No, darling. They are going to be interested in your matter because you have value for them. All right. And what that means is that they're now, or they're now loyal to you. They're loyal to you. They're people you can influence, right? As long as you are there to help them, as long as they see you as someone that is resourceful and that can help them meet their needs, you have power over them, or you have influencing power over them. All right. That's about being resourceful. It's being resourceful. I think it's about the easiest way to garner social capital, because once people know that you're very approachable, you can help people, you're very empathetic, people gravitate towards that kind of person, right? Nobody wants to nobody wants to associate with, someone who doesn't smile, or who doesn't try to help people, or who is a loner. Trust me, I'm a loner when it comes to that. I don't have too many friends. I'm not very social, but I have, the quality of people that I have in my network, because I do the right things. I don't have to have everyone. I'm not all over the place, right? But I have the right people. You don't have to be an extrovert to build social capital. You don't have to, you don't have to be extremely social to build social capital. You can build social capital wherever you are and however you are built, right? So before now, I'm not even able to talk about, anything in public, because I'm really a back end person. I can be on my laptop 24/7 and nobody sees me for 1 week, right? But because, I've started my entrepreneurship journey, it's now more critical that I'm talking to people. I'm building even more social capital. Um, I'm working with organizations. I'm helping more entrepreneurs. So because I'm even helping more entrepreneurs, you see how that is even pushing me forward, right? So a lot of people gravitate towards me now because I can solve their problem. I'm having master classes, I'm having private coaching programs, I'm selling books, I'm writing a book, I'm selling templates, and people buy because they feel like I have the solution to their problem, and because I've been helping them for free in the past, right? So they're happy. They're happy to be part of my journey, or they're happy to be part of my business, because they see me as someone that is resourceful, right? That's exactly how you know, be a resourceful person, help people, have, and honestly, you really have to build a structure around it for it to make meaning. Sometimes it's not just about being resourceful, help people, just wait for people to call you and then you give them answers. No, you really need to build a structure around your resourcefulness. Yes, you need to build a structure around it. How do you build a structure around your resourcefulness? Who is your tribe? Who are the people in your tribe? How are you attending to them? How are you meeting their needs? What do you have for them? Do you give them daily tips? Do you give them free ebooks? Do you give them free webinars? How do you attend to them? How do you help them? Right? It has to be a bit more structured for you to build that social capital. So I can't just sit in my house and taking calls and helping people and assume that, oh, people like me now. You have, if you're taking it to the next level, you have to build structure around your resourcefulness, right? Build a community, so that you can track the number of people that you're even helping. It helps because when you need to report, you need to say, the people you need to be able to capture the impact of your work. Now, that's also something I teach, to my people at the Peak Center. You need to be able to capture the impact of your work. How many people have you been able to help in the last, 1 month, in the last 10 years? You need to be able to capture the impact of their work. How has your impact helped their own impact? Right? So because of my work, are people getting funding? Because of my work, are people starting their businesses? Are people growing? Have people registered their businesses? Have people, are more women in this sector now? Right? You have to be able to build a structure around your resourcefulness so that you can be able to track it and report it when the time comes. All right. Okay, that's about being resourceful. Then we go to the next. So that's about building your personal brand. To round that up, your values, your courses, and being resourceful. Right? Those are the things that make up your personal brand. Then the last thing is, or the next thing for how to build a social capital is network. Network. Who is in your network? This is so interesting because sometimes when I talk about networking, people think that you need some basketball skills to be able to talk to people, to be able to network. Honestly, I used to be very bad with networking because I don't talk. Like I said, I'm very inside my laptop person. But recently, I realized that there's just no point. You have to do it, and a lot of people, pushed me as well. And I realized that even talking in the office, because I mean, I used to be in the office, um, and I make presentations. I'm managing projects and teams across countries. So it's totally different from, talking in public and even the social media talking that I'm talking to myself on the screen. I'm not even seeing anybody I'm talking to. So it's a world of difference, but I'm learning to do all of this now. And it's really interesting because a lot of people come back with testimonials, come back with feedback that's so mind blowing. And you're wondering, where have you been? So it's great. You need to start to network. You have to learn how to network, talk to people. Then there are three. Okay, there are lots of things in networking, but let me just wrap it up like this. Wherever you go, networking makes you grow. Wherever you go, networking makes you grow. Now, you cannot tell me you're running a business and you cannot network. How do you plan to grow? How do you plan to get customers? How do you plan to get contracts? How do you plan to, get speaking engagements? How do you plan to be out there? How do you plan to impact lives if you don't want to network? I'm not sure how you plan to do all of that, right? So the first thing is joy. The first thing is being social. First thing, right? Be social. Be social. Connect to people. That's what I mean, right? Connect with people. Don't be a loner like me. I'm out of the box, but I'm not totally out, right? So don't be a loner like me. You have to be social. You have to be social. You have to connect with people, right? Then build your social media. So this is even me talking to myself. I'm not so much of a social media person. I am trying, but you can imagine that even with my very conservative social media presence, I've built a great network. It's surprising, to be honest. I got different gigs in pounds, actually. Oh, sorry, in euros. From the pitch center that was 120 followers at some point, right? And I got 20, and I got, about 2 gigs when it was 120 followers. So it's not about really your followers, right? It's about the content and value that you have. All right. Again, your social capital. But you need to build your social media, right? Build a community, let more people know you. It's really about more people knowing you. It's really about you connecting with a lot more people, having influence over a lot more people. All right. The next thing I'm trying to rush on now, join communities. Join communities, right? You cannot be a loner and expect people to remember you immediately. Network, I'm not sure if my network, the phenomenal woman, I'm not sure. My network is really the best there is. Okay, so next thing is join communities. You cannot be a loner and expect things to just fall in your lap. You have to join communities of like-minded people who are doing the same things or the things that you aspire to do, strong people who you want to connect with. You have to join those communities. Paid or not paid, you look for those communities and join them. There are several of them, right now. Look for the good ones. I mean, there's a lot of fluff, but look for the good communities, look for global communities to join, right? Look for global communities to join. And sometimes you have to apply for opportunities to be able to join these communities. So I'm not here to talk about opportunities, but just chipping that in as part of a way to grow your network is by applying to opportunities that will put you out there. I've applied to tons of opportunities, and part of the reason I'm talking about this now is because I've been a part of different communities and opportunities that I have won throughout this my journey, right? Um, then the next thing is be strategic, right? Don't just be everywhere. You have to know what you want, and you have to know where the people, what you want, and follow the people that are doing what you want. I'm not just everywhere. I'm not in entertainment. I'm not in carpentry and agriculture, right? You have to be strategic and know what you want, right? And build a structure around your network, right? Then be a good role model. Just be a good role model. Who do you want to connect with? Can people look up to you? Right? Be a good role model. Then, this is very critical. Abusing access is like using up your social capital. You do not abuse access. Please do not abuse access. I'm not even kidding. I have a lot of people who are on the top ranks of major institutions in Nigeria, but you don't see me posting about them. We can talk for hours on the phone, laughing, but you don't see me posting about them. And that's because I do not misuse access. I have access to these people, but I don't go about posting and tagging them or asking for favors up and down. No, don't misuse access. Just learn how to use your social capital, right? So if you're abusing access, is you're using up your social capital. That's what it is. Because they won't want to interact with you anymore. They won't want to do you any more favors because you're right in their face and it gets too much. All right. So the last thing is benefits of building a good social capital. You get help when you need it. I'm just going to take 1 minute to summarize. You get help when you need it. Now you can get jobs, you can have lower interest rates if you have a good connection with the bank. You can have, you can raise money easily if you're a high-speed entrepreneur. You can raise money easily if you have good social capital, right? And the next thing is you have more influence. I've talked about that. You have more influence if you have good social capital, and you might just make more money. Actually, if you have good social capital, you make more money because whatever you bring to the table, people are ready to grab it. All right. And then the last one is you secure more deals and partnerships and alliances with a good social capital. Organizations want to work with you. People want you to come speak on their platforms. People want to, assign roles to you and, buy from you and give you contracts and stuff like that, right? Those are the things that will happen if you have good social capital. And on that note, I will, I know they're already here to chase me away. Thank you very much. And I hope you had a great time. And I hope you took notes. I'm not sure if I will have time to answer your questions, but you can follow me on my social media platforms to ask me any questions you have at Chioma Red Button. I also have a pitch platform where I teach entrepreneurs how to pitch their businesses, and I give you tips on how to craft your message. So you can follow us there at the Pitch Center. So it's at the Pitch Center and at Chioma Red Button. All right. Okay. Thank you so much for having me, Skills Factory Africa. It's been a pleasure being on here.
Okay, so from the look of things, it seems Chioma has done a major part of my closing address. I was going to ask you to share a bit of a project you're working on, or a course you like people to like grab the opportunity and take advantage of and register for. So do you have any of this type and projects?
Oh yes. So I have this. So a lot of people, in fact, I've done a lot of that now. So I'm trying to bring it down. So I have personal coaching sessions for pitching, because there are too many opportunities right now. You know, there's the Access Bank opportunity, there's FCMB, there's Cartier Women's Initiative. So lots of grant opportunities are happening, you know, all over the place right now, and people, you know, are taking chances and want to know how to apply. So I have a lot of one-on-one sessions right now. But you can book, click the link in my bio to book a one-on-one session if you want to know how to apply to those opportunities and get the funding that is there. And secondly, I also have pitch templates that would help you to craft your social media, craft your pitch. I said social media, craft your pitch properly. So I have pitch templates, pitch bundle. Actually, I have too many things in the pitch bundle. I have a business plan template. I have a proposal template. I have a pitch deck template. I have a tutorial on how to actually craft your pitch deck. All right. So I have all those things in one bundle. You can click the link on my bio and grab that as well. Thank you very much, Vanessa.
Okay, thank you, Chioma. It's so nice. I'm following you straight away on Instagram. I just hope you notice me in your fan base. Okay. So
I can see them. I can see it dropping. Thank you.
So it has really been an exciting, mind-blowing section here, and we can see a lot of the testimonies. As you mean, like we were able to entertain a few questions, you would have been able to see all the feedbacks. But anyway, just permit me to read a few. Stephen Sunday saying, "Wow, it was such a great class with you, Ma." Choco saying, "Thank you so much, ma'am. God bless."
I am glad.
Please keep the commentaries rolling quickly. Yeah.
Yay.
Okay, my Miracle Gozer is giving you the love emojis. William Takpa is saying, "This is great."
Fire. I need to see the fire emoji.
Okay, yeah. So the commentaries are popping up, and it has really been a very mind-blowing section once again. Yes, so we are giving you all the buzzer, all the standing ovation, all the mama hey. Okay, so
thank you.
Please permit me to use this opportunity to appreciate the organizers of the Skills Acquisition Bootcamp, Skill Factory Africa, 77,000 participants. The best way to show appreciation for this is, of course, follow Skill Factory Africa on Instagram. Mind blow our comment sections. Just go there and flood it. All these comments that are popping here, you can do that better on Instagram. You buy our courses online, you sign up for updates, you subscribe to our email list, and lots more. Just keep in touch with all our projects, all our achievements, and of course keep giving us shout out, because that is the only way you make us trend and you make us feel appreciated for the beautiful work we do here. Yes, so of course, most importantly, follow Chioma Red Bottom. Follow Pitch Center.
Follow me. I have a lot.
Yes, she has a lot to offer.
I have a lot coming on. I'm launching a YouTube channel. I'm writing a book.
Wow.
It's a lot coming. You need to be there.
What did she say? She said, "You need to be there." I'm also going to be there. You people are saying, "Yeah, you are there, darling." Hey, okay. There's one darling here. I'm also going to be there. I'm even going to, you know how you turn on your post notification? You're expectant. That is how I'm going to be. So yes,
this is a 0.00001%. You need to come and experience the 100%.
Yes, the 1% of the 1%. Yeah. Premium style. So yes, that has been a very great, energetic, mind-blowing first section today, and it's such a huge. I feel so emotional bringing it to an end. A big shout out to our sponsors, Totor.
I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Go a bit further, Africa.
Great.
Thank you so much, Chioma. I just had to come live. I just had to come live to say this openly. Thank you so much for doing this. You did need to do this. I mean, I know how much your coaching section cost, and I mean, for you to say this is a section you should give in a paid section, but you're doing this for us, and I can see the excitement. I just hope that everyone will work on what you've shared. And please, guys, I'm saying it again, go and follow her and look out for more. So on behalf of Skill Factory Africa, we want to say thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Vanessa, over to you. All right,
See
bye.
you tomorrow.
Bye.